Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the king and the ring. It's a parable that has a great message and I wanted to share it with you. This is a story about a king named Solomon and his trusty minister Benaiah. So one day Solomon says to his minister, Benaiah, there's a certain ring that I want you to bring to me. I want to wear it for the festival Sukkot, which gives you 6 months to find it. If it exists anywhere on earth, Your Majesty, said Benaiah, I will find it. But tell me, what makes this ring so special? It has magic powers, answered the king. If a man looks at it and he's a happy man, he becomes sad. And if a sad man or woman looks at it, she becomes happy. Solomon knew that no such ring existed in all of the world, but he wanted to humble his minister Benaiah, and so he asked him to go forth and find this ring. Well, spring passed and then summer, but still Benaiah had no idea where he was going to find this ring. On the very night before the festival Sukkot, he decided to take a walk into one of the poorest quarters of Jerusalem. He passed by a merchant who began to set out his day's wares on a shabby carpet. And he says to him, have you by any chance heard of a magic ring that makes the happy wearer forget her joy and the broken-hearted wearer forget his sorrows? Asked Benaiah. He watched the grandfather take a plain gold ring out from under his carpet, and he engraved something on it. When Benaiah read the words on the ring, he broke into a wide smile. That night, the entire city welcomed the holiday of Sukkot with great festivity. Well, my friend, said Solomon to Benaiah, have you found what I sent you after? And all the ministers laughed, and Solomon himself smiled too, because none of them believed Benaiah would be able to come up with this. To everyone's surprise, Benaiah held up a small gold ring and declared, here it is, Your Majesty. As soon as Solomon read the inscription, the smile vanished from his face. The jeweler had written 4 words on the inside of the ring, and those words were, this too shall pass. At that moment, Solomon realized that all his wisdom, his health, his great fortune, his tremendous power, all of that was here now, but it wouldn't be there forever, that it would pass away, that it was impermanent. And so, this story is just a reminder to us of how the things that happen to us have a beginning, a middle, and an end, how nothing stays. The daylight doesn't stay, the moment doesn't stay, the breath comes and goes, our lives themselves have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it's true with our seasons. The full moon tonight will be full, and then day by day get less and less and less, and then nothing, and then full again. And so we are given these examples multiple times a day of how impermanent and how full of change our lives are. And so knowing that there's a finite piece of time to things, it can help us in situations like we're in now, where there's so much strife and heartache and struggle and worry and fear, that this is here now. It's not going anywhere fast. We're in a losing streak, and we're going to come out of it. So it doesn't have a forever quality to it. And yet, we got to get through it. So the question becomes how? How do we deal with all these emotions and the problematic ways that we have to spend our days trying to figure out how to connect perhaps with people we work with, how to readjust our daily lives with our children, how to come to grips with job loss, how to show up as a healthcare provider or an essential worker. These things that throw massive monkey wrenches, to put it mildly, into our lives. Well, we're asked to notice what's happening and recognize that it's for real without trying to push it away or hold on to the way things used to be, to ignore it or deny it or numb ourselves to it through eating or drinking or the myriad ways we have to shield ourselves from stuff. And so it's by facing this dire music right now that we start a pathway toward being able to be in the mix with it, to be integrated with what's happening. And it's in this way that we're able to better move forward, because we're not wasting our energy trying to push it away or in some way pretend that it's not happening or avoid it, get it out of the way. It's here. We're in it. So let's add some more to the mix so that we're not just in the muck. Let's add some fresh air and some flowers and some of the things that lift us up. Our good books and our beautiful music and our friendships that we're still able to connect with. So whatever it is for you, and it won't be just one thing, it could be multiple things. Add them to the mix right now, because that's going to make your boat float. It's too heavy if you're just sitting there with the strange, horrific sadness that's happening right now. There's more. There's still joy. There's still love. There's possibility. There's agency. There's willpower, intuitiveness, ingenuity, creativity, perseverance. You're made of all this stuff. And so let's just add to the mix. And don't forget to wear your ring. Namaste.